Good evening from North County Galway on this wet, it's like a winter's evening, even though it's the middle of summer for us. Watching on my replay or anyone watching from my YouTube channel, and today's heading is 3 ways to feel okay when you're struggling. And of course this is very common. People are struggling all the time, and sometimes things are plateaued and everything is fine and life is great for a while, and then we have the emotional upsets of life, stress, mundane living, struggling with the emotions, stressors, life stressors, just ordinary life stressors that can really be upsetting. And of course things are so different for us these days with the current situation, and trying to adjust to that can be quite difficult for some people. So my 3 ways to feel okay when struggling. Number 1 is just check your attitude. Sometimes it can be really easy to just moan and complain about situations or about things that are happening right now, or feeling like, well, I'm not getting to do what I want to do, the things that I'd like to do or that you want to do. Oh, I wish it was different, and why does it have to be like this, and sort of feeling. And there's nothing wrong with acknowledging how you feel, and that's very important. But then when we over acknowledge and start sort of moaning and complaining and giving out, and sometimes we can do it and we're not aware of it. And that's really not having a good attitude. And it's about trying to become aware of, I need to have a good attitude, and think about people who are much less fortunate than me. And that's what I do if I'm feeling that way. I think about situations or people, or even times in my own life where I've had a worse time, or maybe I've suffered a really bad physical pain, or something has really been off, and I think, well, okay, thank God that I'm not like that right now, and I have the energy to be okay right now. So it really is about the attitude of just in the moment, trying to have that attitude that I'm okay for now, and I'm going to be saying thank you for this moment, like thank you, like saying it out loud or in my mind. Thank you that I feel okay right now, this moment. Thank you. My tip number 2 is absolutely huge. This is like such a big one. Remember that everything in your mind is not the truth. Don't believe all the thoughts that are going through your mind. We are thinking, we have thoughts that are just going around in our head, and it's like when our heart beats, our thoughts just think. So don't take them so seriously. Don't take your thoughts so seriously. It's actually Eckhart Tolle, who's a fantastic world-renowned teacher, who says about the thoughts, our thinking is just happening. So we need to try and detach from your thoughts, and don't get sucked into the thoughts and believe in what they're saying. Just remember that. Oh, it's back on. Yes, that's fantastic. Okay, so I was talking about tip 2, or way to feel okay, number 2, about your mind and not believing every thought that comes into your mind. And remember that our thoughts are constantly coming and coming and coming. And it's about really trying to separate, put some space between the thoughts and you being okay with you in that moment. And number 3 would be, remember that sometimes all we need to do is get through the day. Just this day, I have to be okay for today. I can manage today to be okay, even though sometimes you might feel like you can't, or you're not going to be okay, but you can get through just this day. You only have to manage to get through today. And remember, any stuff that's happening where you're struggling with your situation, or how you feel, or in your mind, or what's happening around you, keep reminding yourself that it's going to pass and that you can handle it, because you can handle it. But our mind will tell us this is too much. They go into the fight or flight mode, either fight and attack and react, or you want to run and hide. Okay, so remember, you can handle this no matter how tough it is. You can handle it. We get through the tough times, and we've got to keep reminding, handle this. I can handle this, and it will pass. So they're my 3 ways to help you feel okay when struggling. Number 1, your attitude. Remember, keep your attitude in check, and just try to say thank you and thank you and thank you for the very small, simple moments of feeling okay. That at least you're not struggling, or at least you're not in physical pain, or at least you're not in emotional pain for that moment. And remember, number 2, to separate your thoughts